The hills are alive with the sound of Formula One headed to Austria.
Welcome to the United States of Formula One. Follow us for more F1 coverage. Now your hosts, Nicky and Cookie. Take it away, boys.
Welcome to the United States of Formula One, round 11.
Once.
Nicky.
Cookie.
We're going to the Red Bull Ring in Austria.
Austrian Grand Prix brought to you by
MCS Cruises.
MSC. MSC Cruises. Big cruise line, especially
Huge.
over in Europe.
Oh.
They're kind of like the Royal Caribbean, maybe even upper echelon. I only know this because my parents are big cruisers. Mm-hmm. They love MSC.
The last time I was on a Royal Caribbean, there was a MSC, not an MCS, right next to us, and the boats looked fantastic.
Ooh, were you at Coco Cay?
I was at Coco Cay.
Coco Cay, where they can park two at the same time. That's a fun little place.
Beautiful. So,
Are we talking about Formula One or are we talking about cruising?
Austria. Now, fun little fact. I don't know if you watched Stinger, he was doing a little diddle.
Sound of Music, baby.
Sound of Music.
Austria.
Was it really? Mm-hmm. There's only one thing that I know that originated out of Austria, and his name starts with Arnold. His last name rhymes with Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
One of the best action movie personages who came from there. Was the governor. Love the guy.
Buy your tickets. Get to the race.
Get to the race.
Get to the race now. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. All right. So, a little bit of back history on the Austrian Grand Prix. You alluded that it is the Red Bull Ring.
The Red Bull Ring.
It has been the Red Bull Ring since 1995. Originally, it was the Zeltwig Airfield, converted to the Österreich-Ring. That was in 1969. Rebranded to the Red Bull Ring, 1995.
1995. Is that when they put the big ring with the giant bull?
Yeah.
Because that is fantastic.
That picture is awesome. It's almost like a cross of the St. Louis Arch with the bull market bull from Wall Street underneath it. If I painted a picture for you, that's exactly what it looks like.
Oh, it's fantastic. Great views, awesome. Red Bull's ring, obviously Red Bull's home race. So it's going to be the Red Bull's home race.
So do you think Max is going to take it at his home track? I mean,
well, we're going to get into predictions here in a minute.
Myself?
But you talk a little bit about this track.
Okay. First GP, 1970. So at the time, it still would have been the Österreich-Ring. 71 laps. Seems like we've been gaining on laps. Shorter tracks, more laps here over the last second quarter of the season. 4.3 kilometers translates to about 2.7 miles per lap.
2.7.
What do you see about this track that is intriguing to you?
The best part about this whole track is I would say, what is that, 80% of it is DRS?
So
80%? DRS. I mean, it's
I'd say about
great
60%, but yeah, tons of DRS. And yeah, hopefully now from years past, and he said off camera that this is his favorite track to race on his Formula One video game because he's a child. Do you do a lot of passing in your video game on this?
Yes, and if you so when I race too, I put it on so you have level 0 AI to 100. Now I race off a controller and I race on 80, which is almost to expert, but not quite there. It's actually in the middle of hard.
So you're like hard.
So and and it's more entertaining that way. And the good I actually race for Alpine in the game, so I typically finish like 4th. But you're constantly passing each other in here.
Okay,
it's good.
I hope for that.
Yeah.
You know, we've had enough of those Monaco-esque races. We need a guy on the pole doesn't necessarily win the race. Let's get some excitement. My brother Ben bitches about that all the time.
Well, this is going to be the next 2 races. I will say are races to watch. They are bangers, is what we like to say in the F1 world.
2 questions.
Bangers.
Who has the lap record?
Ooh,
It's up there if you want to sneak and look.
Carlos Sainz?
Carlos Sainz in the COVID season.
I didn't cheat.
COVID season. He was wearing a mask
During
in
the
the
race.
car. I don't think they did. He's looking like Bane. I am also from the streets, Batman.
It's just impressions today, full of impressions.
This is getting crazy. Who won last year?
That would have been Jorge Russell.
I know.
Yeah, 3 PG, also 1 PG now because he finished first place last week. Or 2 weeks ago.
He could do back-to-back. I don't know.
He could.
Would you You don't want to do any predictions yet on that either?
Unless you have anything else to talk about the race? Yeah, we can get right.
I want to get right into
predictions. We
predictions.
can jump right into
As
the
you can
predictions.
see, I've been eager to get there because I beat him last week. On a technicality, maybe. All Father's Day. All comes down to Father's Day.
We still should probably look that up one day because we could have.
We did look it up.
We did?
Guess what? Canadian Father's Day is the same as the United States Father's Day.
Did you Bing it though, or Google it? Because I'm a Bing person. So if you're a Bing person, you actually can get like 5 cents every time you Bing something. They actually just lowered it down to 1.2 cents. But and after a while, you can buy a couple different things. It's pretty cool.
Anyhow, I Googled it like an adult, and Google said that it's the same day. So I'm going to accept it.
I have a Canadian friend. I'll ask him, and then we'll make it official. Anyway,
oh, yeah, the camper buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Pilot Mike, shout out.
Yep.
Prediction time.
Get into it. You go first.
Do you want me to go first?
I always go first, and then it ends up being that I always get one prediction right. I'm thinking if you go first, I can at least get 2.
These predictions were determined ahead of time. It isn't like we're going to change them on the I guess you could change them.
I'm not going to change it on the fly. I wouldn't do that to you.
Okay. Do you want to go back and forth?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I like that.
This week we're going to predict winner, a top 6 dude, and a top 10 someone in the points.
Someone in the points.
So I am going to take my winner, super logical, Lando Norris.
Really? Okay.
I know. I was kind of dogging him and saying that his temperament wasn't going to be there. He was going to be a little bit too in his own head.
I think he bounces back
I don't know
from
why.
an accident, from a DNF right to the race winner.
I hope he races just as aggressive. Maybe he doesn't smash into his own teammate this time. But I think Lando, he feels his number 1 seat slipping away at McLaren. Mm-hmm. He's not Zach Brown's golden boy, and he wants back in there. He wants to get the back rubs from his buddy.
Okay, I don't mind it. So I'm going to go with also McLaren. And there's only one other person it could be, and it would be Oscar Piastri.
Okay.
So, and I think that he's just dominating. And I don't think it's an easy pick because he wasn't even top 3 last week. But I think he comes back and gets his. I don't even know. How many races?
He's won 5.
So 6 race. The 6th race win of the year at the home track of Red Bull, which I think would be hilarious.
I think if you made that prediction 2 or 3 races ago, it's pretty cowardly because he'd won 5 of the first 9 races. But I think now at this point, I think after a 4 finish for McLaren and a DNF, for us to have them, one of those guys winning, I think they're due. I think it's time to come back.
No, and then for both of us to basically pick both McLarens and not even mention the name Max Verstappen as a winner is a little rude, especially at their home track. But
I'm in baby bulls, you're in bulls.
Yeah.
We're at the Red Bull ring. Ooh. And we're just saying, Yuki, Max, forgot you even raced.
We haven't even talked about this, but we're gonna do a side. We'll do a side extra 1-2.
So not right now. You want to get?
No, we'll get that. We'll do that last.
Hold that thought.
You wait. You're
okay.
Gonna wait.
My top 6. So we don't want to do easy ones. We're going to do my top 6. I think another guy that's going to come back, Carlos Sainz.
Yep.
He's not going to be out in Q1. He's not going to get bombarded by Isaac Hadjar. He's going to get into Q3, and he's going to finish top 6. And Williams is going to have a comeback week this week because they were terrible last week.
Yep. I'm going to agree with you, and I'm going to pick Albon, which is funny. When we were making these picks, neither one of us knew who was picking who. So it's crazy that we both picked 2 McLarens and then now in top 6, 2 Williams. But my choice is going to be Albon. Didn't finish in the points last week. I think he comes back, finishes in the top 6.
I will give him credit. Yeah, we did not. I thought it was very weird.
Yeah.
Especially Williams. I think the McLaren 1-1 isn't a surprise, but for you to pick Albon, I was very surprised.
Yeah. I like Albon. He is the man, and he's going to finish top 6.
They could both.
Mm-hmm.
They could both. All right, top 10 is going to be a huge surprise for everyone. Anyone who knows me. Nico Hülkenberg for the 3-peat.
For the 3-peat.
3 weeks in a row in the points. Nico taking Kick Sauber to the promised land of 1 or 2 points.
Which would be amazing considering all of last year, Kick Sauber got the second to last race, got I think 2 or 3 points. I can't remember. And now this is the 3rd race of the year that only Nico Hülkenberg has gotten points for the team. It just shows you that Nico is a veteran that deserves better.
Basically, Nico is the same as Max Verstappen.
He deserves
They're
better.
both the only guy for their team getting points, and they're of similar racing caliber. Max just has a little bit better car.
Yeah, a lot, and just 4 more world championships.
Yeah, because he has a better car.
So,
okay, who's more attractive?
Oh, that's easy. Nico Hulkenberg. Come on now. Okay.
Thank you.
So top 10.
that.
Top 10. I'm gonna pick Liam Lawson. Gets into the points, and mainly because I think, and who knows, Liam Lawson could finish 10th, and Yuki Tsunoda, doubtful, but could finish 9th. But I think it's a huge go to the home track. Liam Lawson, you got your seat taken away. Go to your home track and just shove it in. Just shove it in there, hopefully. Shove it in there and get in the top 10. So 3 shoves it inside.
So your whole motivation for Lawson, which I think is a huge surprise.
Yeah, considering he annoyed me.
But
yeah,
this would be a gigantic surprise. I'd almost give you 1.5 points if Lawson finishes. I'm not going to, but I almost would. You think his whole motivation is to go from the Baby Bulls and to quote unquote shove it in?
Yes,
to
shove
Red
it in
Bull
there because they took the seat from him, and obviously Yuki Tsunoda's not doing any better than him. They're not giving the seat back because at this point, why?
But he's still with Red Bull. He's with the Baby Bulls.
Yeah, but
Red Bull
it was
ring.
still a demotion.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just doing it because of that reason.
So
side bet. Not side bet,
I don't even know
but
what's happening.
side prediction. Now
I don't know what's happening.
We'll only account this if you go opposite of what I think.
Okay.
And I believe that you would.
Okay.
Max Verstappen, and this will be for a point, Boogie, so you can put it on there. Max Verstappen, I said, do you think he comes in the top 3 at his home track?
Absolutely.
Okay, I think not, so we're going to add that one on there, bud.
So you, not only, neither one of us has Max winning.
I'm wearing a Red Bull shirt.
At the Red Bull ring. You have him not even finishing on the podium?
Yeah, it makes no sense. It's dumb, but I'm going to do it because I need to gain that stupid point that you got.
I think you just lost it. I think you just lost another one.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's something dumber to do next week.
You heard it here first. Max Verstappen on the podium.
So you got Oscar Piastri winning,
Yep.
or I have Oscar Piastri winning, you have Lando Norris winning.
Yep.
So let's say they finish 1-2.
Okay.
There's only one more spot, and that goes to the man who always comes in 3rd place. Last year's winner,
True.
Last week's winner, George Russell. I think it's a pretty good bet by me.
No, you got Lando winning, Max 2nd, 3PG in 3rd.
You don't even have Oscar. You got Oscar Piastri
Finishing where he finished last week.
4th. Okay, all right.
I don't think it's that crazy.
We'll just have to seize.
We'll have to see what happens.
One other thing before we go. This Friday, F1 movie. We will be there in our racing suits.
Oh no!
Getting the popcorn helmets, and we're gonna have a review show for you this upcoming Monday.
Next week, yeah. Yep. So shout out to Cinemark. We're going to Tinseltown. And we are going to sit in the D-box seats in the XD theater. They're going to shake us all around.
Oh, it's going to be great. We got speakers right here.
Got my Nico Hulkenberg still in the Haas, but I got my racing suit, and it is
snug.
I'm going to have a moose knuckled the entire time.
It's okay.
It's going to be uncomfortable, but it's going to be fun. We'll get some good shots for you, and I hope we love it. The early reviews were pretty good. That it's high intensity, seems almost kind of like a Top Gun-esque feel.
I'm going to go into it knowing that it's a movie. I think if you go into it as a F1, fan like we are, we're going to notice a lot of things that don't make any sense. But if you go into it as it's a movie and it's for entertainment, there's no way I'm not going to love it. I've been waiting for this for 6 months. We're going to love it.
Yeah, I mean, you have cameos by all the racers that they were on the tracks. They were in Vegas when we were there. But yeah, like you said, if you go in there, right away you know that a guy that's been retired for 30 years isn't going to perform well in Formula One. So that's already kind of outlandish. But I think it's not really designed to teach people about Formula One. It's just, let's get more viewers in, just like Drive to Survive. They dramatized the hell out of that.
Yeah.
That's not very accurate. So if it brings more fans in.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, we were here first. We actually made this program to get more Americans into F1, and I believe that that's what this movie is trying to do as well. So
basically you're saying
you should thank us.
We're like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
We're doing the same thing that F1 is doing, the movie.
Yeah, we're just nowhere near as popular.
I think we're pretty close.
We didn't promote it, though, but we're almost there.
Pretty close.
So very close. So join us next week.
Love ya.
Follow us on YouTube at the United States of F1 and on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at United States F1. Join us next time on USF1. Like and subscribe. Copyright Brugman Media Limited 2025. Love ya.